Welcome to Ashland-Greenwood High School, home of the Ashland-Greenwood Blue Jays, as they are about ready to take on the Cougars from Conestoga. I am Suzanne Sapp, and once again alongside me is my sidekick behind the mic, Kendra Craven. Kendra, we are winding this season down pretty quickly, aren't we?
It is. It's crazy to think that this is the last home game that we will actually be broadcasting. I can't
know,
believe
and this is for real. For real, this will be the last home game that we will be broadcasting, you and I, correct? We told them that during volleyball, and then...
No, this is for real. This is it. Yeah, they will not have, and we'll talk a little bit about that later, but they will not have a district, sub-district, or district game here. So, yeah.
Okay, so like I said, we are taking on the Conestoga Cougars, and ironically, these two teams are coming in with identical records, both coming in at 8-12. But when you look at their route to get to this game, it was just a little bit different along the route.
Yeah, exactly. It's just the thing of our schedules are just so different. Other than, you know, the matchups in our conference, both being from the Nebraska Capital Conference, you know, we just have such a different route and a different schedule. Being a C1, the school leaning and knocking on the door of Class B, where we were last year for girls. You know, to Conestoga being a C1, knocking on the door of C2 oftentimes. So, you know, it's hard to change those schedules. You can't adapt to that every single year. It just doesn't work. So, you know, in our locations, so we just play a different schedule, different teams.
I was just going to bring out the location part of it, because it seems like schools like from Conestoga on, you know, further south and east, you know, play a little bit different schedule just because of the demographics and where they're at, how far it is to, you know, meet up. I mean, for Conestoga, there's some long games. There's some long drives to games up there when you're, you know, heading up to Raymond Central especially. I would think that would be the furthest one maybe.
Yeah, and like you said, I don't know where they're at this year, but, you know, oftentimes they're C2. And then again, you know, last year our girls were Class B, so again that changes things, you know, with that, you know, too. So we do want to welcome our fans if we have any from Conestoga, and we'll do our best to not be too biased. But again, we are both Ashland-Greenwood fans, and neither one of us are alumni. But Suzanne on the board, and I used to be a teacher and coach here, and have kids in the district.
I was going to say, our kids have all graduated from here, so
yes.
we definitely have our.
And I still have a long ways to go.
Yeah, you do. you got your first 50 graduated, so you got a few more.
I got the front half graduated, so I got the back half still to go. But we are getting ready to get underway. But I know that we will have the sportsmanship announcement from middle school, high school activities director, Mr. Matt Flynn, and as well as we will have the national anthem played by our the Ashland-Greenwood Pep Band. So we will pause for that, and we will then get you the starting lineup, and we will get rolling.
Welcome to our guests from Conestoga, Ashland-Greenwood Public Schools, the Nebraska Capital Conference, and the Nebraska School Activities Association promote good sportsmanship by students, athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Thank you for your cooperation, and good luck to both teams. Now, please rise and remove your hats and help us honor our flag and our country as the Ashland-Greenwood Pep Band, under the direction of Miss Shelley Burr, plays our national anthem. for the Cougars from Conestoga.
All right. So first for the visiting team from Conestoga, number 10, a junior, Haven Zimmerman. And number 12, a senior, Madeline Steckler. Number 12, a senior. Number 21, a senior, Lindy Watson. Number 24, a junior, Sophia Ackerman. And rounding out the lineup for the Cougars is number 33, McKaylee Madsen. And the Cougars are coached by Tony Teese. And now for your hometown, the Ashland-Greenwood Blue Jays. Number 2, a senior, Danielle Tonjes. Number 10, a sophomore, Paige Comstock. Number 15, a sophomore, Emma Keith. Number 22, a sophomore, Olivia Pike. And number 23, a junior, Presley Harms. The Blue Jays are coached by Dave Hubert, assisted by Reese Hogue and Sean Ross.
Okay, the last time we had the Blue Jays here on this court in front of us was Friday night, and they played like a team that was in their 5th game in 8 days.
Yeah.
They had pretty much no leg left. They had had a tough matchup against Lincoln Lutheran the night before. They put out a tremendous effort on defense, and as I'm watching that game going, wow, how are they going to have the leg left to get through another game? And I think it showed up more than anything is in their shooting.
Yeah, I would agree. And so, yeah, they've had some, a little bit of rest, so we'll see how they come out tonight. So it'll be Harms and Ackerman to tip it off. And the Cougars will come down with the tip. As the Cougars are here in their visiting uniforms, the burgundy uniforms trimmed in gold, and the Ashland-Greenwood Blue Jays in their home white uniforms trimmed in blue. So it'll be quickly knocked out of bounds, and it'll be Blue Jays get possession as Comstock brings it up the court for the Blue Jays. She will pass off to her left to Pike. Pike back up to the top. Blue Jays working around the perimeter. Inside, they try to get it to Pike, but it'll be knocked out of bounds as it goes off the hands of Ackerman, the junior, 6-foot junior.
That was the right idea. She was open. She just needed to maybe try and lob it over the top of the defender instead of trying to go right through her.
And Pike is at the top of the key. She will pass off to Comstock. Now up to Keith. And again, Blue Jays working around the perimeter. Tonjes looks to drive baseline, picks up her dribble, gets it inside to Pike. Pike turnaround jumper. It is blocked by that 6-foot Ackerman. So bringing up the court for the Cougars is Zimmerman. Zimmerman picks up her dribble, gets it inside to Watson. Watson then kicks it out. They get it back inside to Watson. Turn around, she will kick it out, but then she will throw it away as she tries to get it to Steckler.
Olivia Pike did a beautiful job on defense there. She held her ground, kept her hands straight up, and that's exactly what the official signaled down there, like, no, she had her hands up. There was no foul. Nice job on Olivia's part.
Just a reminder, Suzanne, is you got to be keeping some stats. We don't have Mark Adele.
Huh.
I'm just saying.
I think, that's right. I should at least do turnovers, shouldn't
I? Just, as I sit here and just drink water and do nothing else.
Yeah, that's the first one right there. Good call there, Kendra. I do points and turnovers.
And I just give Suzanne a hard time. That's
I know,
what I do.
have nothing to do. I'm just sitting here.
Right now, I'm just cutting all these cords. Probably will unplug something here shortly. So a minute and a half has ticked by.
Tonjes was doing a little more body on that than she should have there.
Steckler tries to take it right to the hole, and she's going to be fouled by Tonjes, as Suzanne says. So she'll go to the line to shoot 2. We are still at 0 with a minute and a half already ticked by in this first quarter. And Steckler's first free throw is good.
First points on the board.
First points on the board, exactly. First points for the Cougars, first points for everyone. Makes it 1-0. Steckler again. Second free throw is good. Gives the Cougars a 2-point lead in the first quarter of the game. Comstock will bring it up for the Blue Jays. Blue Jays again will be patient, working around the perimeter. Tonjes with the basketball. Tonjes gives it up to Keith. Keith, left-hand dribble. The Cougars in this man-to-man defense. Keith loses it and picks it back up. Backdoor drive by Pike. She dribbles it off her foot. Turnover for the Blue Jays.
Turnover number 2 for the Jays.
Zimmerman with the basketball. She gets it up ahead to Madsen. Blue Jays picking up in the man-to-man defense. Ackerman with the basketball. Ackerman gets it inside to Watson. Then Watson loses it out of bounds. I think both teams with already 2 turnovers.
That was Conestoga's first one I have.
They threw one out of bounds over there too, and it might even be the third. So 2-0. Comstock will bring it up. Cougars in the lead. Just a little over 5.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Harms quickly over to Keith. Lauren Gertis has checked into the lineup for the Blue Jays. Tonjes thought maybe she was going to let that one go. Into Gertis. Gertis being double teamed, and it's stolen away. Good defense by the Cougars as Ackerman comes up with it.
And she kind of hit that ball up in an area where it's waiting to be taken.
Zimmerman get it to Ackerman, top of the key. Ackerman looks to drive, and
What's the call? Must be a screen.
Be offensive. Yep.
It's on number 12. Steckler.
So Steckler. Illegal screen on Steckler. Just her first. Both teams just.
I thought maybe they're going to call 3 seconds. I'm going, whoa. But no.
Don just looks to drive.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
That ball almost got tied up, but Blue Jays got the basketball back. Comstock. She hands it off to Keith. Keith, left-hand dribble.
Boy, they are playing aggressive when you get inside.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
They double team quickly. They crash.
Okay, number 24 is coming out with limping.
And she's that 6-foot junior. I think I wish I had arms like hers. Holy cow, she's got muscles.
She does. I wonder, didn't see what she did.
No, I didn't either. But
she must have just cut wrong because it seems like she's favoring her knee.
And Blue Jays inbound. Keith looks to drive baseline. Wow, and they pick her up. 3 girls pick her up. Comstock looks to drive baseline. She goes up. The shot is partially blocked by Watson. Ball's on loose on the floor. We got Gertis. We got Tonjes. We got Watson. We got everybody after it.
I love Gertis' fight when she gets in there. Because, I mean, she was the one that yanked it out and cleared the ball. I mean, it had been called already, but.
So Fangmeyer and Pike check in for the Blue Jays.
She does not go down without a fight.
No, she does not. I do want to see who. Okay, 22. Yeah, Yost checked in when Ackerman checked out for the Cougars. Still 2-0. Cougars with the lead with 4.5 minutes to go.
And Fangmeyer checked in.
Yep, got her. Gertis, 3-point attempt from the top of the key, and she got it.
Wow, nice.
Blue Jays first points, make it 3-2. And Zimmerman will bring up the basketball. Oh, and almost dribbled it off her foot. But coming up with it is Madsen. Madsen in a little bit of trouble, but she gets it inside to Zimmerman. Zimmerman, nice move.
That was a nice move.
Oh, but she misses it off the rim, but then gets her own rebound. Wow, nice move in the lane by Zimmerman. And then she's fouled on she gets her own rebound, and that foul is on Gertis, her first foul. Blue Jays' second team foul. So Cougars will inbound underneath their basket. Ackerman is now checked back in, so it's like she's feeling a little better.
And we got Hannah Keith back into the game.
Zimmerman will inbound underneath the Cougar basket. She will get it into Ackerman. Ackerman left-hand dribble into the lane. She goes off the glass. No good, rolls off the front. Rebound comes down to Fangmeyer. Fangmeyer finds Emma Keith on the other side of the lane. Emma Keith kicks it out to Fangmeyer. Fangmeyer, three-pointer. No good. Rebound comes down to Hannah Keith. Hannah Keith tries to get it inside to Pike. Pike kicks it out to Emma Keith. Emma Keith, three-pointer. No good. Rebound comes down to Hannah Keith. Blue Jays doing a great job on the offensive boards here. Fangmeyer kicks it out to Pike. Pike, three-pointer, but it was touched.
Yeah.
It was partially blocked. Oh, okay. And they're going to say, did we touch it on the way out?
Apparently.
Apparently we did. So it will be Cougar basketball. Blue Jays are going to pick up in full court pressure. Again, Blue Jays with a 1-point lead with 3.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. They get it into Zimmerman. Zimmerman's going to bring it up the court herself. Whoa, almost out of control. And she gets it, and she finds it, somebody open in the lane. Yost. She puts up a shot. No good. Rebound comes down to the Blue Jays. Fangmeyer will now bring it up. Over to Gertis, and then Keith over in the corner. Keith puts up a three-pointer. Nailed it this time. Makes it 6-2 Blue Jays. Just under 3 minutes to go. Madsen stolen away by the Blue Jays now. Pike.
Oh, no.
And she throws it to Faymeyer, who hadn't turned around yet.
The Blue Jays need to take a little bit better care of the ball. They've already got 5 turnovers.
Yikes.
And we're not even through the first quarter.
So 6-2 Blue Jay lead with 2 minutes and 47 seconds to go in the first quarter. So here comes Zimmerman and the Cougars. Zimmerman will cross the timeline. Nope,
Oh, nice.
Faymeyer. Oh, there's a fight for it, and Zimmerman comes back up with it. There's got to be a mismatch somewhere. In the corner, three-point attempt by Madsen. No good, but on the backside rebound is Yost, and she puts up a shot, but partially blocked, so it's going to go out of bounds on the Blue Jays. So Yost will inbound for the Cougars. And she gets it to Ackerman. Ackerman goes in the lane. Jump shot. She
Nice
got
shot.
it.
That was a really nice shot by her.
And it makes it 4-6. Blue Jays still up by 2. Jenna Grell has checked in. Hannah Keith over to Gertis. And Jenna Grell kicks it back out to Faymeyer. Harms puts up a three-pointer, and she got it.
Wow.
I'm going to have to get a
Okay,
word tonight.
whose turn is it next? That's all we've gotten are 3 3. I should say all. We've got 3 threes.
So 9-4, Blue Jays up, under 2 minutes to go. And Watson kicks it back out. Watson dribbling around the perimeter. She gets it to Yost. Yost looks to drive baseline. Yep. Right idea. She was double teamed, and Ackerman was wide open at the free throw lane, and Ackerman put up a shot after the whistle.
Jays did a great job of sealing off that baseline.
So Comstock, Grell, Emma Keith, Hannah Keith, and Harms are in for the Blue Jays. And Zimmerman, Madsen, Watson, Ackerman, and Steckler, and Yost, I guess it is. So, you know, one thing I'm already seeing the difference here is we play 9 to 10 girls. You know, so far, Cougars have just put in one sub. So we'll see how the fatigue goes here.
You're exactly right, and that's one thing we usually rotate our girls pretty well and try
yeah.
to keep some fresh legs out there. Especially with the type of defense that both teams are playing right now. It's pretty scrappy and in your face.
Yeah.
A lot of energy used.
Yeah, so
There's a lot of people on the floor,
yeah.
like away from the ball, and it's just like...
That's where the color comes into play. That's where you get to see what's going on.
Well, I just looked. We were talking about that, and all of a sudden, Tiffany Harms, not Tiffany, but Presley Harms goes flying across the floor on her butt. I'm going, whoa, what the heck happened there?
So 9-4. Here comes Zimmerman down the court. She passes off to Ackerman. Ackerman over to Yost. Yost gets it in the lane.
Nice rebound by Harms and great defense down there low.
To Watson, and that rebound does come down to the Blue Jays. Hannah Keith thought about a three-pointer, but she looks to drive. And she kicks it out to Emma Keith. Over to Harms. Around the perimeter, the Blue Jays go. Where they stop, nobody knows. I had to finish.
I was just waiting for it.
Oh, boy.
I was kind of expecting you to add a little song to that one,
yep,
too.
You knew it was coming, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
So the Blue Jays throw it out of bounds. Another turnover. Still 9-4. 43.2 seconds to go in the first quarter. And Jada Laughlin checks in for the Blue Jays. And inbound is Madsen for the Cougars. Again, Blue Jays picking up in full court pressure. Madsen finds Ackerman. Ackerman will just hand it off to Zimmerman. Zimmerman will cross the timeline. She picks up her dribble, passes it off to Madsen. Madsen back to Zimmerman. 30 seconds. Whoa, she traveled, but okay. And Madsen
gets a three.
Wow. Hits the rim and it rolls around and rolls in. Makes it a 9-7 game. Blue Jays lead. Comstock. 15 seconds. Keith over to Harms. Harms over to Tonjes. Jada Laughlin now, top of the key. Blue Jays will obviously hold for one shot. 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 3 seconds. Yep, I skipped 4. And then we throw it out of bounds again. I guess the Cougars touched it last, so there's 0.8 seconds to go. And we'll see what happens, and it's Blue Jay basketball.
There's still time to catch.
Yeah, right underneath their basket.
Catch and shoot.
Throw it up. So Tonjes will inbound for the Blue Jays, and she gets it. Oh, beep, whoop. I think we may have had a little extra time on
Yeah,
that.
that was a little bit of a slow finger.
That might have been like a 1.8 second. No, I don't know. So at the end of the quarter, the Blue Jays lead over the Conestoga Cougars with a score of 9-8.
Well, so far the Blue Jays, all of their points are threes, which Friday night we could not buy a three. I think we hit one the entire night.
You know what? And here's what's terrible is you have to refresh my mind. Who did we play Friday night? Oh, DC West.
Yeah, DC West.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Honestly, Reagan has had so many basketball games with JV and stuff, I can't even keep straight. So right now, we have a split crowd again tonight as our boys are playing up at Logan View. And in the first quarter, the Blue Jays are leading with a score of 17-6. And they are just about 6 minutes or 12 seconds at the end of the first quarter.
Okay,
So
I will post to them our score.
now 19-6 to end the first quarter that the Blue Jays lead. So, all right, so to start the second quarter, Blue Jays have Tonjes, Comstock, Emma Keith, Harms, and Pike. And the Cougars have Zimmerman, Steckler, Watson, Ackerman, and Yost. So it'll be Cougar basketball to start the second quarter. And Yost looks to drive. And she does a nice drive to the bucket, and she is fouled by Emma Keith. So she will go to the line to shoot two.
First foul on Emma Keith. Only two fouls for the Conestoga Cougars and 3 for the Blue Jays. So they're letting them play a little bit because both teams are playing pretty aggressive defense. And the first one rolls off the side of the rim.
Second free throw for Yost. And she got that one. Makes it a 1-point game, 8-9. Cougars just trailing by 1. And the Blue Jays cross the timeline. Harms with the basketball. Over to Tonjes. She's tied up again. The Cougars in this very aggressive man-to-man defense. Comstock.
Yeah, it's tough to get something inside because boys, their defense collapsing fast.
And Emma Keith looks to drive the lane, kicks it out to Tonjes. Tonjes, three-point attempt, rolls around, no good. Rebound comes down to Harms.
Nice job by Harms.
Almost knocked away. It was knocked away, but Pike comes up with it. Comstock kicks it out to Tonjes. Tonjes looks to drive baseline, nothing there. She hits Pike. Oh, tries to hit Pike in there inside, but it's tied up, so it'll be a jump ball. Should be Blue Jay basketball now.
Yep. It has been really, really tough for the Jays to get anything inside.
Yeah,
I think
well,
they're really packing that inside, saying shoot from the three.
They just collapse.
Totally.
So Harms will kick it out to Pike. Pike left-hand dribble in the lane.
There we go.
And she is met by Ackerman, and Ackerman commits a foul.
And that's only the first foul on Ackerman.
And actually the second foul on Ackerman. So she will have to probably check
isn't
out.
That what I said?
You said first.
Oh, I thought you said second.
I mean, yes, you said second.
That's what I thought.
Yes, you did. Yeah. So Pike hits her first free throw. As she is a pretty high percentage free throw shooter, as Suzanne will give that to us.
Where is she?
I think that's in your green highlight.
60% free throw shooter. I wish you could see Markendale, bless his heart. He once again gave me the stats, but his lines for his stats are like a lazy river weaving back and forth down the hillside.
So she has them highlighted, so that's why I'm giving her a hard time about her highlight. I'm like, find the green highlight. No. So Pike does hit both of her free throws, makes it 11-8. Just under 7 minutes to play in the second quarter. Ackerman passes it out to Madsen. Madsen looks to drive, kicks it out to Steckler. Now over to Madsen. Madsen looks to drive baseline.
Oh, nice job by her. She was trapped, and she did what she needed to do. Bounced it off the opponent, and it goes out of bounds.
So Yost will inbound underneath the Cougar basket. And Yost gets it into Zimmerman. And the Blue Jays have, nope, they're still in their man. Are they in?
No,
they're still man. Oh, I saw a little zone there for a second, but nope.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Nice play by the Cougars. Oh. Wow, great play. Yost got a wide open layup, and she missed it. And then she went to get her own rebound and then fouled. Wow, that was a great play by the Cougars, though.
And that is first on her.
So Blue Jays will bring it up again, 11-8 with 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. Over in the Comstock with the basketball up at the top of the key to Keith. Out of Todges. Back to Comstock.
I would like to see us get her pass this a little quicker to keep that middle from collapsing in so much. I think that would help us get down inside better.
Tonjes looks to drive baseline, and she tries to pass it across to Gerdes. Didn't work, but then it ended up in the hands of Keith. Keith puts up 2 shots, misses them both, but the rebound still comes down to the Blue Jays. We would have, if Mark Adele was here, we'd have a lot of offensive rebounds.
We
and
would.
I think Coach
We would.
Tice Ortiz would not be happy with the amount of offensive rebounds the Blue Jays have gotten.
They're crashing the boards pretty hard tonight.
And Emma Keith is fouled by Matson, and she will go to the line to shoot 2. And her first free throw goes off the front of the rim as Jenna Grell checks in for the Blue Jays. Is it about midnight? Second free throw for Emma Keith. Good adjustment. Hits the second one. Makes it 12-8 with Blue Jays in the lead.
Is it about midnight? Is that what you asked?
Yeah, man. And it's only Tuesday.
Nice steal.
Oh, this Blue Jays steal it away, and then Yost with a little bit of a frustration foul, I think, after it was stolen. It's her second foul. And so now checking in is Tagles.
Now one more foul, and that puts the Blue Jays in the bonus.
So under 5.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Blue Jays up 12-8. Skip past to Harms in the corner. Now Grell. Grell looks left-hand dribble back to Comstock. Comstock over to Harms. Yeah.
And I think our slowing this game down is helping them out a lot on offense, especially like you said, they're not a big subbing team.
And Keith looks to drive in the lane, but kicks it back out to Comstock. Now over to Grell.
And picked up another foul.
And this time it was a moving screen on us.
It was on us?
Gerdes, yep.
Oh. That's number 2 on Gerdes.
So again, Blue Jays picking up in that full court pressure. Steckler to inbound. Nope, we're going to back off a little bit. Zimmerman to bring it up. Oh, almost stolen away, but Madsen, that was a tough one. Madsen tried to get it back, and she just, she had to step over the line to get the ball.
Took her across.
Yeah, that's a tough one to make that call. Good hustle by Madsen.
Well,
there's really nothing you can do, but
no,
man.
she tried, and then she just, that last step was across. Oh, I think Gerdes was a little surprised she got it in there almost uncontested.
So off the left-hand side of the basket, Gerdes puts one off the glass, makes it 14-8. Then now Gerdes knocks it out of bounds.
They're letting him play a little bit here because that time I thought there was a lot of body on Gerdes. and they let it go.
Usually when Gerdes is involved, there is a lot of body.
But my point is they're not calling every single one.
Correct. And I give her credit for just saying that girl plays hard. That's what we're saying. She's aggressive.
Fault her for not playing hard.
Exactly. And 14-8, Blue Jays, 4 minutes to go until halftime. Madsen with the basketball. Now they get it in the corner over to Steckler. Inside they go to Watson. She kicks it back out to Steckler.
Gerdes that time put her 1 foot back and planted herself like, you are not getting past me. And she did it. She turned her back. That was great defense.
Watson now to Yost. They kick it over to Madsen. Now over in the corner to Zimmerman.
Nice
they get
defense.
It inside to Yost.
Nice defense. Oh, that one, I thought both of them held their ground well, and the shooter actually went into them, which as a shooter, you do that, and a lot of times you get the call.
Yeah, and actually I take that back. Steckler, that is, who put up the shot, and she was fouled, so she'll go to the line to shoot 2, and that foul was on Grell, just her first. And Grell throw, or Steckler's first free throw.
So far,
Is no
Conestoga's
good.
only points this quarter have been a free throw. Boys are up 29-15 midway through the second.
Steckler's second free throw is good. Gives the Cougars 9. And the Blue Jays have Fangmeyer, Hannah Keith, Harms, Pike, and Grell in the game.
I can tell you, Steckler is shooting 75% right now tonight. She's had 4 free throws and missed one. So.
Hey, there you go.
Sharp
job
math
on
over
that
here,
stat.
right?
That's impressive.
Anything from here on out, don't ask me.
Don't ask for
I'll
anything.
I'll just guess.
Harms in the corner.
And we need to get Pike going. She hasn't hardly touched the ball, and I'm sure they're keying on her.
I'm sure they are. We tried
They
to get it
tried.
in, but we forced
Boy,
it.
yeah.
So it was stolen away by Zimmerman.
Sorry I gave them the wrong message.
They had to take those headphones out of their ears. Zimmerman, top of the key. Get over to Matson in the corner. Oh, right idea. They
But
tried to
she
get it to
just,
Tagos,
oh, and
but
they
Tagos didn't know
still
what was
got it
happening.
back. We touched it. How you throw it to the girl with her back to you and still somehow manage to
However,
keep
that
the
was a
ball.
great play.
It was.
So yes, it did go out on the Blue Jays. So Steckler will inbound underneath the Cougars basket. She will get it to Matson. They get it right back to Steckler. Steckler then gets
She's
it into
got the
Tagle.
inside.
Tagle, nice play for the Cougars. Goes off the glass. 11-14, Blue Jays still in the lead. With 2.5 minutes to go until halftime. Grell, Gertis working hard to get open on the inside. Harms is left open at the top of the key. Three-pointer, no good. Rebound comes down to Watson. And Zimmerman. Oh, they tried to get it to Tagle again, but too much. I don't like how I'm saying that name. I'm going to ask.
Teggles.
T-Gels.
T-Gels?
Just say that's how it looks.
Yeah.
I know that's not it. So, Coach Dave Hubert will take a timeout for the Blue Jays. Again, Blue Jays leading 14-11 with 2 minutes to go in the second quarter.
You're going to want to hang around at halftime because we have got an interview for you.
But we're not telling.
No, we're not telling.
See, I don't even know.
You don't even know
No.
who our interview is?
No.
Oh, I was going to say, you were sitting here when we were talking about it. So the Blue Jays will be in action again this Thursday night at Omaha Mercy. It's on the road, so we will not be on the air. And I'm not going to make the game, but I'm going to be interested to see what you think. They've got a girl on their team.
Yeah, that was nominated for the Gatorade.
Player of the Year or something, yeah. So
Or I think the
she's
Gatorade.
a Nebraska player, because I know they give Nebraska
Yeah,
gives a
I wanna
Gatorade
say-
player. But there was some high award that she was in.
Let me see if Pat will look and see, because I don't know if it was the player or like the game. I'll figure it out. But as you said, yes, Blue Jays are in action again on Thursday.
Last regular season
Yeah,
game.
and they were supposed to play Raymond Central on Friday as a makeup game for the weather that we had, but they actually did cancel that. So we will not play Saturday. So after a turnover stolen away by the Cougars, Watson looks to drive, but the Cougars decide to set it back up. Matson. Watson. Whoa. Oh.
Boy,
I hope she's okay there. That hurt me because she fell, slipped and fell, and oh.
It was very awkward.
My knees and ankles don't go like that anymore, but.
Well, I think she's got a few years on you.
You think?
Just saying.
I just turned 23.
I just said a few. I didn't say a lot. Oh, nice job by Bray. Oh, shoot. Bounces. Oh, wow.
So
Okay, that was
away.
like totally out of control that whole time you were looking down. I don't even want to try and
You
guess.
don't want to try to just say, well,
No.
how about we'll just go with Blue Jays stole it away. So just a little over a minute to go. Blue Jays in the lead, 14-11. Comstock skip pass over to Fangmeyer. Fangmeyer, three-point attempt. She got it.
Oh, that's the Fangmeyer we like.
Bingo, as Tim would say.
Bingo.
It's just not normal. That's just not a natural thing for me. Different word. 17-11.
I haven't heard of what you guys talked the other night that would be better.
I don't know that we did come up with something, but it's not that. So Zimmerman. Steckler. And she passes off to Watson. Watson puts up a shot, no good. Here comes the Blue Jays looking to run. Pike up ahead. Off the glass.
Job
There
by
she
Pike.
goes, jump stop.
Great control.
19-11.
Great control by Pike of getting that one up there.
So 30 seconds, and Tonjes comes from behind Zimmerman. But then Matson comes up with it. Matson, nice runner. She hits one, makes it 19-13, 15 seconds. Tonjes, long three-point attempt, no good. Rebound comes down to Zimmerman. 8-7, 7 seconds. Matson, 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Matson's running, three-point attempt. Is it going to be a bank? No. So at the half, the Blue Jays with the lead over the Cougars with a score of 19-13.
Do we have to turn his mic on?
Not sure. We'll figure it out. He'll tell us. It's the Strive guy. He'll be able to tell us. For crying out loud.
We don't know if your mic is on or not. Oh, I hear some noise. We left you the best headphones we had.
Am I on?
You're on. You're on.
All right.
In case you haven't figured it out, we were being joined by Jordan Wallman, and the reason why we asked him to come join us was, a year ago when everybody was banned from coming to games because of COVID, a lot of schools brought Strive in, and part of Strive's program is incorporating this into your school and with the students. So this year, Jordan Wallman took that task on. So I guess, first of all, I wanted you to talk a little bit about how it got started, how it's grown, and kind of take us back to the beginning, because it started last year, correct?
Yeah.
But you didn't have a class, or did you?
No, we didn't have a class last year. So 2 years ago, I was kind of a volunteer assistant for basketball, and then when they made state and played Auburn, and I'm kind of from Southeast Nebraska, I got barred from the game because no one could go. Mm-hmm. So I was kind of terrified that was going to happen again, and so I just went to Mr. Jacobson and I said, hey, I'll sweep floors, I'll do book. I said, let me know. He said, well, I'll tell you, we just bought some camera equipment. And that's kind of where it was. Kristen Fangmeyer and I the first 3 nights.
That's right. I forgot that we actually did lug the camera equipment around. That brought back bad memories for me because we used to lug that around to all the games.
Yeah, so Kristen Fangmeyer and I set it up. I'll never forget the first time it was in that corner over on the stage, and I checked it every 30 seconds because I was terrified it was going to crash. And it really is, though. It's a product of good kids like Andrew Berman, Jack Clark, Annalise, Buck. Braxton Buck wasn't in the first year, but they kind of learned, and I got to watch as they learned and I did it so many times that now it's kind of a thing. But, yeah, I didn't really talk about the class, but that's kind of how I got started.
Okay, so then how did that evolve from last year to this year where you actually have a class for the students?
Yes. Kind of started with support from our administration. Mr. Flynn and Mr. Jacobson were both big advocates of getting a class. And, it's been a learning process with that as well because I'm not a media guy. I don't even have social media. But now we have kids that tweet off the school page every day, kids making videos, kids learning how to use the system. Because before I would just show up 30 minutes before school and try to beat all the kids to their classes and show them the crazy things I had going on in my head. But now we have 45 minutes a day where we can really focus on teaching the kids and then evolve into project managing and stuff like that.
And how many kids do you have in your class right
35.
now? 35.
35.
Wow,
yeah.
that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. And so I assume they're going to offer that again next year?
That's the plan. There's been some conversation. The problem is we don't have enough equipment, and I don't expect, because this is it's a big financial commitment. So we make work. Mr. Kaiser got us iPads, and we got another camera. We still have a little money in our budget, but next year we'd like to do an intro and then a content strategies, focusing more on the content side of things. The videos we send to Mose and Hogue, being a lot more consistent with that. If we get one class, it'll be fun. If we get 2 classes, it'll be fun.
Cool.
Well, I know you had a chance to go to a conference, I think, to kind of watch Strive and Taylor Siebert and to kind of actually invented this from small town Henderson, Nebraska. The I would say CEO, but I think he's actually kind of given that part up to maybe more of a business person. But kind of talk a little bit about maybe what you learned there, and maybe Taylor's vision of this.
Yeah. They're big on education. The conference had 3 parts to it. Advertisement was big. What technological resources can you get in there, and then wireless cameras. Luckily for me, a good friend of mine, Scott Parson, is up at Arlington, and he's kind of a state lead on that stuff. So he donates stuff to us. He gives us stuff. I can text him anytime, and that's huge. Advertisements, we probably won't go down that route. We'll see. I mean, there's been conversations about it, maybe for fundraising. And then wireless camera, that's on our avenue. We have everything for that except for the battery. But the kids have really taken on like sideline cameras and video editing. So right now, the resources that we have, I'm going to let kids get content and then go in class on Monday or tomorrow and edit it up.
Yeah. And, when I was in Louisville, I worked with Taylor and trying to get that kind of to Louisville. But it's a time commitment, and it takes a Jordan Wallman behind the scenes, because, you have to teach the kids, and you got to see that there's kids here to show up and learn how to do it. And so I know it's a huge commitment. So I know a lot of schools have kind of jumped ship from it, because it's easier just to have a camera at the top of your gym and turn it on, and then there's no broadcasting, and there's no learning for kids, and there's no content, and there's things. But I know it's hard, but I appreciate you sticking with it, and the Ashland-Greenwood school board and administration for supporting it. And I think that speaks volumes to Suzanne's comment when you said there's 35 kids in the class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's fun. It's fun. Like, we have a video we'll probably put out on AG Birdcage. We just got done with it today, and it is for the kids to let loose a little bit, have a little fun, get some dunks, and you show it to people, and they're genuinely happy. And then you start filming the student section, and I think it really is very enjoyable. I find myself, maybe I should be grading papers, and I want to just run through the video one more time. It is engaging to do. I think kids like computers.
Yeah.
Well, this is not a class where it's so much about, pen and paper and books and that. It's more about hands-on and learning the equipment and being creative, like you said.
And I'm being modest. I mean, I'm being a little bit humble here, but I don't know anything about media. I've got a good eye for graphics, I feel like. And I kind of know I watch a lot of things. But it's really project-based.
Yeah.
Hey, kid, here's an SD card full of sideline footage. Here's a stream from 2 nights ago. Be creative.
Yeah.
And let your creativity show.
But, that, though, right there, Jordan, is what we need to do more for kids, is give them that time to be creative and that project-based management. I know when we first kind of started with Strive, when we were kind of switching out when COVID hit, I sat and forever and just tried to put the stupid scoreboard on the bottom. And I watched the YouTube videos from Taylor, and I'm calling them, and I'm like, I can't do it. Just never mind. And so
we'll just announce it every once in a while.
I know, and I just watch the kids and what they can do, and what you have done with this class, and what you've turned us into. And it's great, and it's fun to see.
And for us, you have no idea how glorious it was to not be dragging the equipment around. We walk in, and it's set up, and we sit down, we put our headphones on, and if it's not working, hey, it is not our fault, which it usually was.
And Suzanne still asks for more things.
Yeah, no, I'm happy to give you girls a whiteboard.
I think that is.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, though. We really, really appreciate you, and then the students that you have here helping us every night, because it really adds a lot. And it's been a lot of fun working with the kids, a couple of games, and maybe we can get somebody to come do volleyball with us next year. That'd be a lot of fun.
I think a great situation, especially for what we've done in the past with Tim's AG Blue Jays, is to get a kid in there that can offer a perspective.
Yep.
So many schools are really hammering student broadcasters.
Yeah.
We just don't have a lot of kids that are super interested. I know Aiden Rowley, and he's an 8th grader. He's getting pretty interested in that. But I think we have a subset base from our community that people that really enjoy listening to games. Years and years of AG Blue Jays. And now we offer a little help giving them video.
Yeah, and I think that's just it. I think we kind of thought maybe this was just going to be a plug for COVID, but there are definitely high expectations now. And I've talked to a couple people who have come up to, during games, who have come up and asked about our Strive broadcast, like I am an expert, and I'm like, nope. You need to call Jordan Wallman. Here's his contact.
That explains all
But
text.
I will say that there is an expectation now because and even myself too, when I choose to not maybe, I'll turn on the TV at home when we're not playing, and I'll be like, oh. I don't know, Elkhorn North is playing or Aurora's playing. We used to not be able to do that.
No.
It's so nice to be able to do that.
March Madness every night.
Yeah, it is.
We scout teams off that.
Yeah.
Friday night I'm going to a game for the boys, and they don't have Strive, and I'm like, come on, I can watch from a hotel room in Grand Island. But
it is great. It is nice to have. So really, truly thank you for your commitment to this, and we appreciate all your hard work.
36-22, speaking of streams, we're watching the boys game over there, 36-22
36-22, awesome.
Okay.
I'll bring
Thank
it
you.
by sometime. Thanks,
All right,
ladies.
thanks.
Thanks, Jordan. That was Jordan Wallman. He is the leader or the head of our Strive class here at AG High School. And boy, do we appreciate him and all the work he did for us, has done for us, and even the kids. I mean, like I said, I've really enjoyed, having the kids come in and how these kids that have worked with us, how knowledgeable they have been. So that's been a lot of fun.
And I want to, again, I've said this, this will be the second or third time I reiterate the fact that there's 35 kids in the class. So there's clearly an interest, either that or there's clearly an interest in having Mr. Wallman in the class. Regardless,
that's a lot of interest, and that's a lot of interest, and that's a lot of kids in one classroom. Is all I can say. That's having been a teacher. Well, you were a teacher too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a full classroom.
Yeah, and we always have at least 3 people by us every night helping us out, whether they're their computer or the camera or something. So, and speaking of by us tonight, we have Kyle Sheldon, Gabe Holtz, and Wyatt Gunther, all seniors. I learned that are doing this for getting to be the last time and actually getting to be here for the girls' last home game. But so to start the second half, again, the Blue Jays in the lead, 19-13, Cougar basketball.
And we had a quick foul there by Tonjes. That is only her second foul.
So the Blue Jays starting the game the same way with Tonjes, Comstock, Keith, Pike, and Harms. And for the Cougars, they also started the same way with Zimmerman, Steckler, Watson, Ackerman, and Madsen. So the Blue Jays with a quick steal, and Comstock will look to reset the offense for the Blue Jays. I also want to give a little shout out to a bunch of 4th grade basketball teams down here that you could have seen them out. As Pike hits a 3-pointer, you could have seen them out doing the pop a shot, pop whatever that thing is. But they're all in their uniforms here tonight, which is so cute. But that's a 4th grader. A steal by Tonjes. And she hits a bucket, makes it 24-13. Blue Jays again.
Pike hit a
Tonjes a steal.
3-pointer then right before that.
Right. And Tonjes with another steal, but she's tied up under the basket. Great sportsmanship by the Cougars as Tonjes goes down hard, but 3 Cougar basketball players help Tonjes up. So Coach Tony Tice.
Yeah, that was 3 quick steals in a row by them.
Yeah.
And so it was much needed timeout. Actually, I did our stats for the first half. Well, let's see. We had 8 turnovers, and they had 7, and now they have 10. And those are our stats for halftime.
And folks, that is our stats for halftime.
These are condensed stats. Actually, while we got a little break here, Tonjes it was scoreless first half. Fangmurray had 3. Emma Keith had 4. Olivia Pike had 7. Harms had 3. Gertis had 5. A little bit shorter stats and not quite as comprehensive as Markadell, but I do as best I can.
And so the Blue Jays turned it over after the timeout. So 24-13 with just under 7 minutes in this third quarter. And the Cougars break the pressure of the Blue Jays.
Oh, 21, yes. It's got to be on her.
And then they're going to call a moving screen on.
Oh, totally. It was like a box out as she was going in. I was watching that. I'm going, okay. As soon as you blew the whistle, I was like, yeah, 21. That was an easy call from the stands.
So Comstock will bring up the basketball for the Blue Jays. She will hand it off to Emma Keith. Pike, top of the key. Passes it off to Comstock. Comstock to Keith. Skip pass over to Pike. Pike puts up a three-pointer. No good. Rebound comes down to Harms. Harms over to Tonjes.
Emma Keith helped get that rebound.
Yeah.
She tipped it just enough to get it back, get it out there further.
And we get it inside the lane to Harms. Harms off the glass too hard.
Oh, nice
Rebound
job
comes
by
down to
Comstock.
Keith. And then Keith is fouled in the lane.
Comstock did a great job of flying in there out of nowhere to keep that ball alive.
Again, I'm sure Conestoga had to have talked about all these offensive rebounds that the Blue Jays are getting. We are just getting second chances, third chances, sometimes fourth chances. So second foul on number 21, Watson, as Emma Keith hits her first free throw, making it 25-13 with 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. So Tagles checks in for Ackerman. And Keith's second free throw is good. Makes it 26-13.
Yeah, she's a 58% free throw shooter, so.
Oh, crash. And Blue Jays picking up in this full court pressure again. And whoa. And it's really bothering the Cougars as they're just getting in a big hurry and throwing things out of bounds.
Well, and you mentioned earlier that they were not doing a lot of subbing, and the Jays are coming out, seem like as fresh as can be, and I think that's going to be a difference maker in this game.
We've seen, I think, just two girls from the bench of the Cougars. Madsen puts up a three-pointer.
Oh,
and
wow,
she banks it
in. Banks it from the side
nice,
note down.
no kidding. That is not easy to do.
You said that was Ackerman?
Madsen, 33, Madsen. So it makes it 26-16.
That's her second three of the night.
Harms with the basketball in the corner. She will go to Pike at the top of the key. Pike drives into the lane.
Nice job by Pike. She put that up there really nice and soft.
You know, I think Madsen was very close to getting that charge. Just, yeah, we're hearing fans next to us from Conestoga saying that was a charge. It was one of those that probably could have gone either way. But it went against the Cougars, so Pike will go to the line to try to complete the three-point play. Pike's free throw is good. Makes it 29-16. 5.5 minutes to go. Again, Blue Jays picking up in full court pressure, and it's stolen away. Pike off the glass. Oh, no good. Rebound. Oh, shoot. Rebound then comes down to Steckler.
Oh, and they bail her out.
And Steckler was tied up with a double team. Yep, they should have just stayed on her. She picked up her dribble, but
it was on Tonjes. That's her third foul.
So Grell will check in for Tonjes.
Because they had her, she had nowhere to go.
No.
They just got a little bit too aggressive.
Steckler will inbound on the sideline in front of the Blue Jay bench, and Zimmerman gets it back to Steckler, and Steckler tries to get it back to Zimmerman, but stolen away by Keith. Keith.
Wow. Barely gets that over the top of the rim.
Jumps off the glass. 31-16. 5 minutes to go. And they get to Zimmerman. Zimmerman. Oh, Zimmerman now throws it out of bounds. Oh, this pressure is just killing. And Zimmerman could have, the first half, we did pressure them the first half, but Zimmerman just got the ball and would take it.
They had
just
7
got them all
turnovers
flustered.
the first half, and they've already got 13 now.
And again, Zimmerman usually just brought it up, and she could have done that there, is what their coach was saying, but instead she decided to throw it and threw it out of bounds. Grill, 31-16, just under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Blue Jays pulling away with their biggest lead of 15 in the game.
Boy, they just swarm on defense, don't they?
They do. They're very aggressive. Ooh, traveled. Yep. Comstock with the travel. Oh, and Keith trying to steal it away, but she's going to be called for the foul. And so on the sideline in front of the scores table, Steckler will inbound. And she gets it to Zimmerman. Zimmerman will cross the timeline here. Zimmerman picks up her dribble pretty high. Madsen, Madsen's in trouble.
Wow, she kind of created some space there, didn't she?
And the shot goes up by Steckler, 3-pointer, no good. Rebound comes down to Emma Keith. Emma Keith will bring it up for the Blue Jays. 4 minutes to go, Blue Jays in the lead, 31-16. Pike in the corner, 3-pointer, no good. Whoa, lots of bodies flying there. They're going to say it went out of bounds on Emma Keith.
I'm not sure I saw that one. But I'm up there and he's down on the line, so.
So again, full court pressure from the Blue
Is
Jays.
it like suddenly chilly here?
It's been the whole time.
Okay.
My feet are freezing.
I feel like they've got air conditioning on and it's blowing right
Well, they
on
might.
us.
You know, it was 60, so maybe the air conditioning kicked on today.
I don't think that's how it works in big buildings. I don't think
I
it
swear
just
it
switches
does.
back and
I
forth. It's
swear it
either
does.
on or it's off.
I swear it does.
Either that they still have the heat on, but they have the temperature turned down to 60.
That's probably what it is.
So it's just cool heat.
And runner put up by Pike, no good. Rebound comes down to,
Comstock and
there we go. But the Cougars come up with it. Zimmerman, and she'll get it to Madsen. Just 3 minutes to go, 31-16, Blue Jays with the lead. Madsen passes off to Tagles. Tagles looks to drive, and then she kicks it out in the corner to Zimmerman. Cougars, nice job of moving the ball quickly. Steckler. Oh, and Steckler carries it. So another turnover for the Cougars. Checking in for the Blue Jays is Tonjes and Fangmeyer. So we have Hannah Keith, Fangmeyer, Tonjes, Gertis, and Harms. And in for the Cougars
22
is Yost and Steckler
24.
and Ackerman.
And timeout
I
for
was
the
like,
Blue
wait,
Jays.
Tagles and Zimmerman. So Coach Dave Hubert takes a timeout with the Blue Jays leading 31-16 with 2.5 minutes to go in the third quarter.
So far, it's been a very productive quarter for the Blue Jays.
And up in Logan View, the Blue
you
Jay
watching
boys,
it?
yeah, you can,
Oh.
are leading 54-24 with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. And again, as Suzanne talked about, the next time that the Blue Jay girls are in action is Thursday night against Omaha Mercy. And then we start district play next week. Sub-districts will be played on Tuesday and Thursday in Syracuse, the higher seed of the district, which is
When did they start
us.
that?
A couple of years ago.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, now B has always been that way, but C1 has started. So it's us and Syracuse and Conestoga and Louisville. So right now we will play Louisville. So the 1 and 4 seeds play, which is Syracuse and Conestoga as of right now, and then us and Louisville. So we don't have official times on that yet, but looking like we will play
Most
Tuesday
likely.
night against Louisville.
Don't we usually play the first game? And the higher seed plays a later game?
Yeah, I
think
don't know.
I
I
think
mean,
so,
they will
because-
get to pick, I'm sure, whatever they want to do, but could be. Yeah. So we'll find that out, but this will be the, third time we play Louisville this year? And it'd be the third time we play Syracuse if we get to them on Thursday. So turnover from the Blue Jays. So the Cougars will take back over. And bringing it up the court is Yost as she crosses the timeline. Yost gets it to Tagles. Tagles left-hand dribble. Pass over in the corner to Steckler. Steckler then is fouled by Gertis. 2.5 minutes again. Blue Jays still leading 31-16.
Third foul on Gertis.
And Steckler to inbounds for the Cougars. She gets it to Zimmerman. Zimmerman inside to Ackerman. Ackerman puts up a shot over Harms, rolls around the rim and comes out. Rebound comes down to Hannah Keith. Fangmeyer,
Almost taken away.
yeah, tried to get Tonjes, but knocked out of bounds by Yost.
That was one time it was to her advantage to be close to the sideline.
Yeah. So Pike will inbound for the Blue Jays on the sideline, right in front of the bench of the Blue Jays. Pike will get it to Harms. Harms pivots around. Ackerman knocks it out of her hands, but Harms gets it back. Tonjes now. Over in the corner to Fangmeyer. Top of the key now to Pike. Over to Tonjes. 2 minutes to go. 31-16. Blue Jays in the lead. Hannah Keith.
Oh, yeah, 24. Has to be.
And
She knocked,
yep, another moving screen here.
she knocked Tonjes right off her feet.
And that is Ackerman's third fouls. Madsen and Watson checking in for the Cougars.
Boy, I've been all over those off-the-ball fouls, haven't I?
You have. Good job.
Obviously watching very random things because.
Pike, top of the key for the Blue Jays. Fangmeyer with the basketball.
Should have taken it.
Hannah Keith. Blue Jays moving around the perimeter. Now Fangmeyer in the corner. Tonjes. Now over to Harms. Back over to Tonjes. Get it in the lane to Pike.
No. She traveled.
Pike traveled. She doesn't think she did, but
doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. They called it. Minute 30 to go. 31-16. Madsen double teamed by Keith and Harms, but they get it up ahead. Oh,
wow, good job of grabbing that one.
Madsen, top of the key. She looks to drive. She'll kick it out to Steckler. A minute and a half. Yost over in the corner. Steckler's three-pointer rolls in and out. Rebound comes down to Watson. Watson will go up in the lane. Gets that shot. Makes it 31-18.
That's her first points of the night.
A minute to go. Blue Jays in the lead. Tonjes gets it over to Harms in the corner. Harms the basketball above her head. Skip pass. Tonjes, top of the key. Pike gets it to Harms. Harms kicks it out of the lane to Fangmeyer. Too much. Fangmeyer. Turnover for the Blue Jays as it goes out of bounds. 49.7 seconds to go.
Both teams are unfortunately doing a very good job of racking up the turnovers tonight. But it's a very fast-paced, in-your-face type game, though.
Yeah, the Cougars play extremely tough defense.
They do. Oh, nice job by Comstock. Oh, my gosh.
But Madsen, they stole it away from her. Madsen did not give up on it as she went back after it. So what did they call? Jump ball? Yep, I think they called jump ball. So it's Blue Jay basketball. 38.6 seconds to go. Blue Jays in the lead, 31-18. Keith inbounds the Comstock. Tonjes now with the basketball. Harms over in the corner. Now we're back at the top to Comstock.
They're going to go for the last shot of this quarter.
Now Emma Keith with it. 25 seconds to go. Tonjes. Pike. Top of the key. Blue Jays being patient, looking for that last second shot. Whoa! Almost threw it away, but Emma Keith comes up with it. 10 seconds. Comstock. 9 seconds. 8 seconds.
Yeah. Bailed her out.
And Steckler commits the foul. So 7.2 seconds to go. Blue Jay basketball.
Number 2 on Steckler.
And checking back in will be Zimmerman for the Cougars.
Only 5 fouls each for the team, so neither team is getting into the bonus this quarter.
Pike will inbound on the sideline for the Blue Jays. And she gets it to Comstock. 5 seconds. 4 seconds. Comstock drives to the bucket.
Oh, I thought that was going to go in.
So at the end of the third quarter, the Blue Jays lead over the Cougars with a score of 31-18.
I got Tim text.
He's way behind. He's not even up on the. He does.
Oh.
I bet his score is like not updated. What do you bet?
And right. Do we have a score on there?
Yeah, but I don't know if it's probably got to go forward some.
I'll see if he texts. Boys are up 65-27.
Yep. 65-27, the boys score with 6 minutes and 46 seconds to go in the game.
It was a lot closer than that, the last score we got. It was like 25-35, wasn't it?
I mean, just a little bit ago, I gave an update of it was 30 points. And
oh,
then
was it?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't.
Yeah, I don't know that it's been a great game, but so my husband thought that the girl from Mercy was nominated for some Gatorade game. I don't know about
All-Star game or something.
Yeah, something like that. He goes, but his other thing was, don't quote me on that. I'm like, don't worry.
Well, I know it was in the paper that she was among a couple other girls in this state that were probably going to be honored with whatever it is that it was.
Yeah.
But she's one of the top players in this state. Now, she's probably not on one of the best teams in the state either, so which is tough.
We've talked about a lot, though, man. You can't even go, like you had mentioned earlier, you can't even look at record, though, because it's all about who they play. So
exactly right.
And if you got to play like Scud or Elkhorn North 3 to 4 times, that can be a lot of losses.
Yeah.
So here we go, fourth quarter. And Cougars, it was their basketball. Now I don't know what happened, but they're inbounding underneath their basket. Steckler, top of the key to
Gertis
Madsen.
had a foul. Gertis got a fourth foul.
Okay, thank you. Madsen, Ackerman. They kick it out to Steckler. Steckler, nice fake and drive to the bucket. She goes off the glass, and now she's fouled. Nice move by Steckler.
That was a great move. It's on Comstock, I believe. Yeah, that's only her first foul.
And Steckler goes to the line to shoot 2. Again, score 31-18. Steckler, good free throw stroke. Hits that one, makes it 31-19.
It's not the third quarter
There's still a
anymore.
lot of game left.
There's a lot of game left.
Steckler's second free throw attempt. Good. Makes it 31-20. And Coach Tony Tice takes a timeout. Again, just trailing by 11 with basically the entire fourth quarter to go. So again, I think it's going to be more possibly
Endurance.
You know, the take away the fourth quarter or the third quarter, it was that full court pressure that really hurt the Conestoga Cougars. They just threw the ball away a lot. In the first half, it didn't bother them. So is it, like you said, is it fatigue? A lot of times the first half, Zimmerman just took it and went on her own, and it didn't bother them.
They had 8 turnovers in that quarter alone.
Ooh, yeah.
But we are starting to rack them up also. We're up to 13 and they're at 15, so we're not too far behind them.
Yeah, and the other thing is, you know, we're getting a lot of second and third opportunities of offensive rebounds and missed shots. So, you know, but 11-point game with 7.5 minutes to go. That's not a lot. So, and now the Blue Jays turn it away, and here comes Steckler all by herself, left-hand layup. And now it's 22-31, 9-point game now, and Zimmerman almost steals it away again. So just what I said, this is not over, folks.
You just quoted Pat.
And Comstock said, all right, I'm tired of this. We need to get this going. So Comstock drives straight to the bucket. Now she's fouled by Zimmerman. She'll go to the line to shoot 2.
And that's Zimmerman's first foul. It's kind of hard to believe anybody in this game does not have.
I feel like we need to write on these whiteboards. We made them get them, and we haven't.
Oh, I've got a note on there for my post game.
Okay. So Comstock hits
We haven't
the
had
first
anything
free
that we
throw.
needed to talk to each other about.
I drank too much water. I do know that. And we can't go into overtime. I'm just
She
saying
missed
that.
her first one.
Makes it 32-22. 7 minutes to go as they get up ahead to Ackerman. Steckler now at Ackerman. They get it inside. Off the glass goes Watson. Rebound
Nice drive
comes
by Pike. She came in and broke that one up so that Jace were able to take control.
And over in the corner, Hannah Keith puts up a three-pointer. No, it's short. Rebound comes down to Comstock. And Comstock is knocked to the ground, but it's knocked out of bounds. Again, Cougars helping her up. And Blue Jays will inbound Comstock underneath the basket. Comstock will get it to Tonjes. Tonjes puts up a three-pointer, too hard. Rebound comes down to Watson. Watson will get it to Zimmerman. I think Zimmerman was a little nervous. She stepped out of bounds. She turned around to look to see if she had stepped on the line. Zimmerman gets it to Madsen. Madsen looking to drive. She kicks it out over in the corner to Steckler. Steckler looks to drive. Nope, passes over to Watson.
Boy, it
Now
is.
Steckler.
It's tough to get anything down inside, isn't it?
Zimmerman over to Madsen in the corner. They get it to Watson. Nice pass. Oh, Watson's shot is just short, but she gets her own rebound.
Nice job of getting it out of there.
Now Zimmerman, Ackerman. Steckler with the basketball. Steckler
Hannah
looks
Keith
to
is
drive.
going to be beat up tomorrow morning because she is taking a beating down low, trying to keep them out the.
They hit Watson. Watson goes over the top. And Watson, that looks a little tired.
10.
They get it up to Hannah Keith, and they're going to say that Zimmerman pushing foul. So we're going to go to the line to shoot the bonus now as Harms and Fangmeyer check in. So just under 6 minutes to go. 10-point game here. 32-22. Blue Jays with that 10-point lead. Hannah Keith will go to the line to shoot the 1-on-1. Hannah Keith's first free throw is good. And I think Kyle is being, wait, whoa, it's going by threes for some reason. It's 34-22.
This is some big,
I don't know, but the score on Kyle went by like 2s and 3s all of a sudden. I don't know why.
I was going to say, I'm like, is my score sheet that far
No,
off?
he just hit it once, and all of a sudden it went by 2, and then the second time it went by 3. That was weird.
Do we really have 32? Because I
No,
was like,
that's right. It's 34-22.
34-22 is right?
Yeah.
Okay, then I missed some points here somewhere. I was just trying to figure out.
No.
But then in the fourth quarter, there's not been that much scoring going on in the fourth. Has anybody scored a field goal?
We had 31-18. Hannah Keith hit 2 free throws. And what was our other one? Somebody else hit it.
See, I had 19-13 at half, then we scored 12. Okay, no, it's 31, yeah.
I had
2,
31-18.
3, 4. Yeah, you're right. We're right.
Matson's second free throw is good. Makes it 34-23. That's weird. All of a sudden, it's just going by.
Did she hit both?
Yes. So 5.5 minutes to go. Blue Jays again with that 11-point lead. I think Comstock maybe hit one free throw. She did. That's where the other one came from. She was fouled.
Yeah, I've got that.
Okay.
I think I'm on right. I was actually adding on to their score, not ours. That's why I was off. Because I had, instead of adding to 19 from half, I had 13.
Pike, top of the key, and stolen away by the Cougars. Good defense again by the Cougars. That is something they have done well all night long. Very aggressive on the defensive end. Just under 5 minutes to go. Ackerman with the basketball. Over now to Zimmerman. They get it into Ackerman. Ackerman finds, oh, shoot.
Oh, she should have let it go because it was going off of Pike's back. But that girl was trying to save it there. And
we were double teaming Ackerman on the other side, left a Watson open, but went out of bounds. Again, I think the fatigue is going to sit in on the Cougars.
Yeah, it is.
I think clearly they're used to this, though. I mean, they've done it all year, but it just does help when you have a lot of girls that can come in with some fresh legs. And
they have not let up much on their defense, though.
No, that they have not. But offensively, they're having trouble hanging on to the ball and
the legs to get the shots there.
Yep. So 4 minutes to go. 34-23. Blue Jays in the lead, and Zimmerman with a reaching foul on Comstock. That'll put her at the line to shoot the 1-on-1.
Boy, Zimmerman was quiet on fouls the first half, and she's got 3 of them now the second half.
So Tonjes checking in for the Blue Jays. Blue Jays have Pike, Fingmeyer, Comstock, Tonjes, and Hannah Keith in the game. Comstock, very strong free throw shooter. That was last week. That showed in our game against Logan
She's
View.
almost 70% free throw shooter. You didn't even have to cue me on that.
Nope, you got it. Comstock's second free throw rolls around and is good. Makes it 36-23. 4 minutes to go. Zimmerman with the basketball. She gets it to Madsen. Madsen will bring it across the timeline. Zimmerman back with it. Skip pass into the lane to Watson. She'll kick it back out to Zimmerman. Back into Watson. Watson, nice
she did a nice move around the defense
man.
and missed the layup. We got her on the rebound.
She is working hard, but she did. Oh, and Ackerman at the free throw line, but she shoots it too hard. Now Ackerman tries to get a rebound.
Comstock that time was kind of like the Plinkle thing between 2 pegs there.
So I think that might be Ackerman's 5th foul. Nope, just her 4th. Okay. So
according to my official stat, yes, that is correct. It's 4.
And Watson's going to get a little break here. She's missed a lot of bunnies right underneath the basket.
Yeah,
and I think she's
the last time she came down off of offense, she's tired.
Yeah.
But she's had to work awfully hard.
Like I said, she's missed a lot of shots right underneath the bucket. And
Comstock is doing what Comstock does best. Gets her points on free throws.
so 37-23, just under 4 minutes to go in the game. Comstock's free throw is short.
Jinxed
Oh,
her,
no.
sorry.
2 Cougars went after the basketball, and they knock it out of bounds. So it will go back to the Blue Jays.
And that foul was on Zimmerman. That is her 4th foul, and that puts Comstock back to the line. And this time she will be shooting 2. And I'm running out of space in her little line because they're all free throws. I made my little circles too big.
So the Blue Jay boys do get another victory tonight to go into or with a 17-1 record.
And the boys will have another week of regular season. They'll finish up their regular season next week while the girls are in district.
Yep.
And then this year, I know we talked a little bit about they're going to be running boys and girls state all the same week.
Same week, yep. Comstock's second free throw, no good. Yeah, that will be, I think that'll actually be fun. I'd like to see how it rolls out because the
they will never
host the
play
Big Ten
at the same time.
Right, they host the Big Ten wrestling tournament, so that's why that has to happen. So, you know, it'd be interesting to see how it goes and if there's talk that format will ever stay. I have no idea, but.
Now, didn't they do it last year because of COVID?
No, not the same week.
Oh, it wasn't the same week? Okay.
Nope, and like I said, this year is just because of the wrestling that they have to, yep, yeah. So 38-23 with 3.5 minutes to go in the game. Blue Jays with that lead.
Oh, some of those schools out west could come here and just spend the week.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. I think it'd be kind of cool. I mean,
we
always try to go.
It'd be a blast for them, but boy, that's a long time to be in a hotel room.
Comstock with a long pass up ahead to Pike on that full court pressure from the Cougars, and Pike hits the jumper off the glass, makes it 40-23 with 3.5 minutes to go.
Pike's first points of the quarter.
And Madsen. Who's that? Perriott for her first time in the game, a senior, and she goes off the glass.
Oh, wow.
And the rebound is knocked out of bounds by the Cougars, and they're going to pick him up in full court pressure again. And they get it in to Tonjes. Tonjes will bring it up the court for the Blue Jays. She's being guarded very closely by Yost.
And kind of ridden the whole way.
And they're going to call Yost for that foul.
And that's 3 on Yost, I believe.
So under 3 minutes to go. 40-23 Blue Jays. Tonjes will go to the line to shoot 2.
No, it was not on Yost.
Oh.
It was on number 5.
Perriott. Tonjes free throw rolls around and rolls out. So Ackerman and Watson check back in. Second free throw of Tonjes, got it. Makes it 41-23. Jada Laughlin checks in for Tonjes. Just under 3 minutes to go in the game. Zimmerman gets it to Madsen. Madsen will bring it up for the Cougars. Madsen takes it into the lane. Off the rim it goes. Rebound then comes down to Comstock. And Madsen will be called for the foul on the rebound. So Comstock will go to the line to shoot 2. Oh boy, we might be getting to our record of 19 free throws in the fourth quarter like we did against Loganview.
Yeah. Comstock.
Let's hope not.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're at 13. I'd say we're going to make it. I hate to say this. Yeah, I'm the first overtime column with Comstock on free throws.
And second free throw rolls around, and it's good. Makes it a 20-point game now. 43-23 with 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Maya Carson is checked in for the Blue Jays. Another senior playing in her last home game.
A ton of three-pointers the other night. Last night, I think, in the
reserve game.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I should have been paying more attention. The reserves played well. Played extremely well. They're getting tired. They've had a lot of games the last few weeks, so. Coach Tony Tice takes the timeout again after the shot scored by the Cougars, making it 43-25 with 2.5 minutes to go in the game. I just know that Coach Ross just did a little bit of a dance on the sideline. Presley Harms is completely embarrassed. Coach Hubert is not sure what's going on. as
Okay,
he's trying to do a
well, it's
huddle.
had something to do with the little girls here in the stands.
Oh, I know what it is. I do know what it is. I think I've got it figured out. So the 4th grade girls that are here watching the basketball game, Tanya Keith is their coach. And I saw her come in with little boards that have certain things, a bingo board that they have to watch for. And I'm like, now I'm getting it, because I think one of the things they have to see is a coach has to do a dance. I bet you anything. So what a great thing for them. The girls have to learn to make sure they have like a slam dunk tip off. Now I'm starting to get it. I'm reading it.
Okay, so
one of the
kudos to
things
Coach Ross for playing along.
And for the youth program, Coach Tanya Keith, to get
Well,
girls
it's
involved in watching the
exactly
game. Because
right.
they just kind of want to like hang
Talk
out, but to
and-
understand the game. And
Oh, yeah,
That's so
they've all got their
cool.
different colored markers.
yeah,
and
I saw her walk in with that. I'm like, what are those things? So now Coach Hubert's face
It's just like going, what?
as the 4th grade girls
It's
are
like,
like screaming and
This
cheering.
is
and
a serious timeout here, people.
that was awesome. Well, that did not go as planned as the timeout, and Madsen tries to take a layup.
It is getting sloppy out there right
It's-
now.
it is, and that
There are
is-
bodies flying, balls squirting out everywhere, and
They had a certain play that they wanted at the timeout, but
That was
none
not
of the
it.
Ashland-Greenwood coaches are happy with that.
it was the
I'm playing the
dance.
Star Spangled Banner on my phone. Would you like me to sing that?
That's totally random.
Yeah, was I
A little
really?
late there, Kendra. You should have sung along with the
I
band.
should have.
Next year you'll have to do that.
Yeah, well, I like to sing. I'm not saying it's good, but I like to sing.
I know you do.
So foul on Harms as they get it in the lane to Ackerman. She will go to the line to shoot 2 with 2 minutes and 9 seconds to go. And that is Harms's.
I have her down for 1. Yeah,
Yeah, just
wow.
her-
I was doubting myself.
Good job.
Okay, who is that? I can't see from right
Ackerman.
here. Oh, thank
Ackerman.
you.
Ackerman's free throw hits the back of the rim. Checking in is Yost. Tonjes and Gertis have checked in. So for the Blue Jays, we have
We are at 20 free throws now after this one.
Pike, Comstock, Gertis, Harms, and Tonjes. And Ackerman's second free throw rolls in and out, and the rebound's actually called on
It's on
Yost.
20, 22.
Now that was a tough one because, she
I
Coulda
kinda
called
thought
Harms
that,
for
I
over
was
the
gonna say,
back.
me, it would have been a no call.
or no call. Agreed. So so that would be Yost's third foul. So now we are shooting yet another free throw.
2 more.
And no time is ticking off
And
the clock.
we are up to
ever.
22. What is the record here?
I don't know,
Should I
but
tally free throws here?
there's going to be, this game's never going to be over if we just continue to foul on the
I
free
thought this
throws.
might be an early night, but it's like 10 till 9. We know it's been here, and we know it's going to be a long game when the boys get back from Logan View, and we're still
If
playing.
their bus walks in and we're still sitting here, no.
Okay, explain how the bus walks in.
Well, yeah, that would be quite interesting, wouldn't it?
I'm
That
glad
just-
I'm still here if that happens. And she hits the second free throw.
That might mean that technology has gotten really great, that if we're still sitting here by the time buses have learned to walk in the door to drop people off at the locker
I'm
room.
just thinking that the bus has kind of gotten a little smaller than I remembered.
So 44-25 with 2 minutes to go. Usually those are things you say, and I pick
I
up
know
on.
it,
I'm like
and-
impressed. Like you are on it, Suzanne.
Maybe
You are
it's just
on it.
volleyball. I just stick my foot in my mouth too much. It's your turn.
That's right, Ferd.
And that's why I've enjoyed doing the basketball, because finally you say things. You just never had anybody to call you out on it.
Zimmerman off the glass makes it 44-27. And we have more free throws.
Let's go for 23 and 24, and she fouls out.
And that Zimmerman fouls
Zimmerman
out.
got all of her fouls in the second half.
But she has played one heck of a game.
She has.
She has had very little break, and yeah, and she knows she's had to do some defense and some fouling here. As I will say, the Cougars, they are not giving up. Laughlin, her free throw rolls in and out. In 44-27 with 1:42 to go in the game.
But I haven't even thrown, what was it, Kendrella?
Kinderella.
Kinderella?
Get it right. Like Cinderella, you got to say it all, just Kinderella. Yeah. Someday I'll tell you the story as to why that is.
Well, it's
Not because I was the princess that went to the ball. Let me tell you, that is not it.
that is definitely coming out next volleyball season.
There's way more to that. And almost stolen away by Comstock. Be knocked out of bounds by Comstock.
And
As
they are
Coach
going
Dave
to
Hubert is going to clear the bench. So we've got Craven, Carson, Mira Comstock, sorry. Woo-wee. Ellie Stein
oh, nice three-point shot
and Jocelyn Sargent.
by Steckler.
So Steckler hits a three-pointer, makes it 45-30 with 1:17 to go in the game.
Taking the time to start.
We're going to make this the fastest post game ever because I didn't realize the fourth quarter was going to take 25 minutes, and I've had to go to the bathroom since the
That's
started.
true. You mentioned that you've been drinking too much water, and yet what does she do at this
Well,
point?
because my throat's getting dry from
Talking.
holy buckets. I think I just saw the Blue Jay bus pull in. Oh, here we go.
That would be bad.
All right.
I don't even have most of these guys on the.
So Reagan Craven is taking it out of bounds as again the Cougars picking up in full court pressure. Craven to inbound. Oh boy, we're going to get 5 seconds. Yep. What do they call it? Nope. Coach Hubert got a timeout with 4 seconds.
And 9/10.
So
He was just taking that deep breath in to blow the whistle, and we called a timeout.
you know, when Mr. Flynn was asking if we needed anything, possibly a porta potty.
I just want to.
How many timeouts are left? Oh my gosh.
Oh,
All right.
we've got 2 more left.
We better get this ball in
It's
bounds
like,
so he
seriously,
doesn't
Coach,
take.
no need to take them.
If we can't get the ball in bounds,
That's true.
I'm just going to tell Reagan just to throw it down
I was
here,
just going
but
to
we got to
say,
touch
we
it
got,
though.
we got somebody long. Throw
Yeah,
some-
but if we don't touch it, so Maya Carson's going to inbound, so that way we can hopefully get our guards open. So Reagan Craven gets a good job. Maya Carson getting it to Craven. Craven will bring it up for the Blue Jays.
Does she play point guard?
Yeah, she does. Craven crosses the timeline. We got a minute to go. 45-30. Craven will hand it off to Carson. There we go. That's what we needed. So Sargent. Oh no, Sargent almost loses
Nice
the basketball,
save. Oh,
and she
double
double
dribble.
dribbles. All that work to get it across the timeline, and then we turned it over.
That evens out the turnovers.
So now the Cougars cleared the bench. So they were going to try for that one more stop. But so we have Ahrens and Perriott and Tagles, who we have seen some tonight, and Bott and Prefert all in the game. So Perriott looks to
Okay.
drive baseline. They kick it out top of the key to Prefert. And they get it into Alyssa Bott. And Alyssa Bott is fouled, so we're going to have some more free
Free
throws.
throws.
And the foul is on
Carson,
her first.
So this should be 25 and 26.
Free throws?
Mm-hmm.
And Alyssa's first free throw is no good. Don't worry, Kyle. We're still going.
No need to rush back. Still got a solid 40 seconds left.
Bott, second free throw, no good. Rebound comes down to Bree Schefdorf. She's checked in. Craven brings it up. 30 seconds to go. Again, 45-30. Blue Jays in the lead. 30 seconds. Schefdorf over to Stein. Craven in the corner. Don't think she was ready for that. It looks like the Blue Jays will just run the clock out if they don't turn it over.
5 seconds.
Oh,
he calls
Hubert.
Well, she was going to get a 5-second call, and
I don't care.
He can't help himself.
Oh, Hubert takes another timeout. He really doesn't care about me,
So
does he?
should we start our post game now?
Yes. Yes, we will, actually. So, again, as we talked about, the Blue Jays will be in action again on Thursday night at Omaha Mercy. Oh, and then next week they will start their district play up at Syracuse on Tuesday night. And as of right now, it looks like the Blue Jays will take on the Louisville Lions. Syracuse being the number 1 seed. I believe Conestoga being the number 4 seed. Blue Jays probably will be the 2 seed, taking on Louisville, the 3 seed. I'm totally making that up, but I would guess that's what it's going to be.
I'm going to see if I can't pull up anything on NSAA, or they have nothing
So,
up yet.
I mean, that's how we went into conference, so I'm assuming
Right, I was
it's
just
going
going
to
to
all
see
be
if
the
maybe
same.
they had a schedule, too, that we'd know, because I'm pretty sure they usually
I think they
play.
come out off on Thursday, actually. I don't think it's
But
out
don't they
quite
usually?
yet.
But they, a lot of times they'll say times.
Not
but-
yet.
Oh, they don't.
No. So, all right, 14 seconds to go. Craven gets it into Schefdorf, over to Sargent. And 10 seconds to go, Craven with the basketball. She left-hand dribble, 5 seconds, and it's stolen away. As Perriott goes the length, and too hard off the glass. And the rebound comes down to Sargent. She's like, how did I do that? So the end of the game, the Blue Jays with the victory over the Conestoga Cougars with a score of 45-30.
Okay, let's jump into this.
All right, let's go.
Things, room for improvement between now and Thursday.
You would have thought I would have been thinking of that this whole time, right?
One would have thought.
One
Actually,
would have
I
thought.
thought this was one of the better games I've seen these girls play in a while. I know the turnovers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the 17 turnovers.
You know, and I think a lot of that probably still comes down to, kind of what we talked about. There are still times that we are making passes and, things when either people aren't looking or, when we are not actually open. And those types of things. So, again, yeah, I would agree with you. Turnovers, especially going into
I
next
just
week.
felt like that they collapsed so strong and so hard at it as underneath. I don't think I saw that our girls forced it in quite as much. And when we did get it inside, there was still a path out.
Yeah.
I felt like. Okay, things that we really liked.
Wow, offensive rebounds tonight. Oh
yeah,
my gosh.
they were crashing the boards tonight.
We were crashing the boards, and, I think even – credit to Conestoga and their very tough defense. We would try to get the ball inside, and they would have 2 and sometimes 3 girls crashing on our inside players. But our girls did a great job of, holding on to it. But I would say definitely offensive rebounds for the Blue Jays
Well, and
tonight.
I put a little thing on here, bounce passing. I saw our girls use the bounce pass way more. Instead of trying to always go over the top of the defenders, I saw them do that a lot more tonight. And also, I liked the fact that the scoring was spread out a little bit. We had only one girl in double figures, but then we did an 8-point, a 7-point, and I'd like to see the scoring spread across the board.
And so who led us tonight?
Olivia Pike led us with 12 points, and then right behind her was Emma Keith with 8, and then Comstock had 7, and all of her
good
7
balance.
were free throws.
Yeah.
So
Which is
she's the
has
one we
been,
want at the line at the end of
yeah.
the game, and they seem to do that quite a bit.
Yeah.
So once again, the Blue Jays take down the Conestoga Cougars 45-30. Just check. We will not be on Thursday night, but check for next week to see what's going on. At this point, we have no idea if we'll be on. If we do, it'll be just audio. So for Kendra Craven, I'm Suzanne Sapp.
Kyle Sheldon, Gabe Holtz. I forgot. Tell me your name again. What's your name? Wyatt what? Wyatt Gunther. Dang
Yes.
it, I knew that too. I wrote it on a piece of paper and I just threw it away.
Our crew for the night, who was a huge help to us. Have a great rest of your evening, and we'll see you maybe next week.